Hi, I'm the one that called. It's not his trouble call, it's mine. Every time this gentleman shows up to this house, he begins bad-mouthing us from across the street. I live right there. See where that shiny light is? Yep. That's where I live. Okay. Every time this guy shows up, he starts cursing at our house. The women that live here are psycho meth addicts. Their daughter is a meth felon. Their son is a meth felon. They don't have any cars or any vehicles to drive around. So they're always causing trouble in the neighborhood. They don't have any jobs. We've had, how many trouble calls have we had against these people walking across and coming all the way back there into our property to start shit with us? The guy that's got cancer on the squad, what's his name? Terry Sparrows, my sister's ex-husband. I had to call him out here last year because he did this same crap to us. I was out walking my dog and he decides to drive up very slowly beside me and curse and holler at me as I'm walking down the road. And Sparrows came out here that day and refused to do anything about it. Three of those people there were standing on my property line taking video and pictures of me as I was trying to mow my grass. And when I called Sparrows over here, he wouldn't do anything about it. I've probably got, I don't know how many calls against these people now. Every time I step outside, they're screaming and cursing and causing a public disturbance out here. This guy will show up at 1 or 2 in the morning and cause trouble at our house. He'll cause trouble in the neighborhood. He'll drive by the house and shout insults at us or slander. And he gets away with it because you guys are trying to make me look like a bad guy. And there's nothing I've done wrong other than just be a victim to all of this harassment I'm receiving from these people. Whether it's, you see on the house here, they've got a half a dozen bright lights that they'll shine at our house at night when we're trying to sleep. It's gotten to the point now where I have to videotape myself because the last time this happened 2 weeks ago, I was in the park here walking my dog, and these two crazy bitches came out of their house and started screaming and cussing at me. And then they called this guy in as a backup, hoping that he would get here before the cops would, so he would provide a false witness on the police report. And he showed up too late. That guy there from Paris, he was here that night. He showed up late and pulled up right up here and began cursing and screaming at me and the cops. I went back inside and got my camera and videotaped it. They got scared, didn't know what to do, and chased him off down the road and left me there. Told me if I didn't get in the house, they were going to arrest me. And I said, I didn't do nothing out here. It was all him. It's all these people. And when I call to report it, nothing happens. If they call and report it, I'm instantly taken to jail for something I didn't even do. So it's come to a head now. It needs to stop. Someone needs to talk to him, run his ass to jail, arrest him, take him into jail, and make him post bail. Because that's what I've had to do. The last time I was arrested for disorderly conduct, I had your buddy that you went to school with in my front yard with 6 of his friends, and I told him to get out of my yard, and they arrested me that day for disorderly conduct. I didn't even leave my house. I didn't walk down the road. I was in my own home when that happened. I stepped out the front door and said, hey, you need to get out of my yard. And they got pissed off and called the cops and provided a false witness that day on me. So it's getting to the point now where you're basically allowing 3 or 4 people to provide a false police report because they can get away with it. And it's bullshit. It's bogus. I'm not doing it anymore. This guy shows up at 1 in the morning. I don't know who he is. There's nobody in that house right now because they're doing something. They're junking the house out. I don't know what they're doing. But I see a car show up here, so I step outside to see if someone's breaking into the house. And as soon as I step out the back door, this guy starts screaming and cursing at me, calling me names. He calls out the other older Parker lady to come out of the house, and she begins screaming and cursing at me. I think he showed up here. I think he's hooked up with Teresa Parker's daughter now, the meth felon, and he's been shuttling her around town. And they show up here partying at 1 or 2 in the morning to crash at her mom's house because she ain't got no place to go. And unfortunately, since they're high or drunk, I'm the one that's got to be victimized, and I'm the one that pays the price every time these people show up in an altered state of reality. And it's getting to the point now where I don't know what to do, but other just call you guys and see what to do. I've called so much that the goddamn 911 dispatchers refuse to take my phone calls now. Because every time I call, I get a cop out here saying, well, sorry, we like him more than we like you. You pissed us off. You're not going to get any sort of, you're not going to get anything from us. And I didn't, all I've ever done is protect myself and my family that lives right there.
I'll go over there and see what needs.
I mean, I said nothing to these people. I just sat there and minded my own business, and all I heard was just insults at 2 in the morning, just screaming at the top of their lungs. Take his ass to jail. You hear me? All right, Dan, get in your car and drive off, Dan. There's a pot of coffee waiting for you, asshole.